to me. I wanna hold you, hold you, hold you, hold you. Oh, good morning, my cannonballs. We're back for a short, quick second. I think I want to talk about some of the things I've been seeing on social media before I get into something deep. Let me see. The first one, I'm gonna talk about K. Michelle and Rashida. Hmm. You know what, you guys? I read about this back in 2009 about K. Michelle and Memphis Hits. Yes, before he even made it to television. Well, before she even got on television and started doing a thing, with the love and hip hop stuff. And honestly, I was shocked, because it was a lot of details, and I'm not gonna even lie to you. I believed her. I don't think anybody would come out and say someone put their hands on them, be lying about it, and having people to believe a false story. Who does that besides a person that's mentally unstable? But I believed it. Well, let's speed it on up until she got on to Love and Hip Hop. Now, when Rashida said what she said, we all know what she said. Um, it was a little bit off-putting to hear that she didn't believe K Michelle, but people want Rashida to apologize to her. Me personally, I really do feel like Rashida do owe K Michelle an apology, but I'm not gonna even lie to you. On the other end, I feel like it's been drawn out for so long. I would just forget about it if I was K Michelle. I mean, it is what it is. You know, um, Life goes on. You guys have been very, very successful, and just give it to God. I mean, if she doesn't want, I mean, I'm speaking for Kay. If she doesn't want to really apologize, just move on. Just move it on, and don't worry about it. Let go and let God, and you continue on doing the things that you know to do for yourself. And as for Rashida, um, hopefully she would just think next time before she speaks, because sometimes we can make an ass out of ourselves because we're not really thinking on the subject of, or really the subject matter, and we'll make a silly statement like Rashida did. But I really do think they need to let this go. This is not new news. It's old. It's less like, damn. Are we going to be talking about this are we going to be talking about this in 2025 and 2030? You know, like, wow. And that's one thing I do not like. I hate when I would say when social media is trying to rehash things that happened in the past. Like, oh my goodness, that stuff is irritating to me. I don't like seeing the same old stuff. It's almost like seeing a rerun. I don't, I'm not gonna lie. When I was a teenager, I used to watch reruns. But now that I'm older, I don't like watching reruns because I've already seen it, and it's almost like when it comes to certain topics that has already been talked about, it's like, why do we have to talk about that again? And it kind of reminds, it kind of goes in it kind of goes hand in hand with homosexuality. Like, that's a topic that anytime you get a bunch of black folks together, oh my goodness, I can't stand it. It's either at a barbecue, or some type of gathering, and that comes up. It's like, how many times are we going to discuss this? People can have their own opinion about that. Me personally, I feel like ain't no other sin greater than the next, in my eyes. So why are we continuing on talking about this? It's either politics or homosexuality. Those are the main topics that are going to continue to be talked about over the years and 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 years. Like, oh my goodness, just over and over and over again. Like, I just don't know when it's going to end. Like, when will it end? Shoot, damn. I mean, damn. Can we talk about heterosexuals for a minute? Like, shit, hell, because they the one that out there doing the same damn thing. Well, not the same damn thing. They doing the opposite thing. Shit, hell, what's the difference? They just get somebody pregnant. Mm-hmm. out there sleeping and fucking with their friends and their friends' friends. And, I done seen it too much. Look, I know people that done slept with their home. Well, I know niggas that done slept with their homeboys' baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? Right after they done had sex, slept with them. It was just crazy. It's ridiculous to me. These people see out here. I'm just keeping it real. I mean, do I suppose just keep that on the hush hush? But it's the truth. I'm not gonna even lie to you. It's the truth. But I wish the world can just let certain things go. But unfortunately, we have people that just we have people that can't just get over it, and they just gotta bring it up, and they just gotta talk about it. Ugh. You know what? That really gets underneath my skin. It really does. Because it's like, what have you done in your life that is so not of God? If you ask me, I'm just keeping it real. Like, come on now. How can I consider? How can I pass judgment on the next human being when I have done things that was not of God? If any damn thing, I would try to fix myself instead of trying to pass judgment on somebody else about their life. You know, you just can't. I mean, for me, I just can't. I mean, I can have an opinion, but at the same time, my opinion will be like an asshole because we all have them, and therefore, what I done did ain't no different from ain't no greater or lesser or no different from what you have done, because it's all sin. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. I just never understood that, and it's so sad that as a young man, I still feel rejected by some of my peers and people that are not my peers. You know, I just feel so rich. I just feel so rejected at times, all because of what I am, all because they don't agree with it. You know, people barely. I'm gonna tell you like this. Sometimes people barely even shake my hand, let alone want to speak to me. Ain't that crazy? That's why I'm the way. That's why I am the way I am. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, because I've been dealing with it for a long time. I would say ever since middle school, from middle school all the way up to 12th grade, and then all the way up to my adult life. You know, I've been dealing with a bunch of rejection, and it's not the rejection of I'm trying to be with somebody. It's the rejection of what I am and and how I live my life. And it's crazy because I accept people for who they are. I really do. But people don't accept me for who I am. They don't. Some do, but some really don't. And it's very sad sometimes because it's like you can't even be who you want, who you are without feeling, you know, without feeling like, oh, you don't want to talk to me. You don't even want to really greet me. You guys, there's times where I can go to a store and there may be a male behind the counter and I'm trying to get ringed up. They're not even saying anything to me. And I don't get that. What happened to customer service? They're not even saying a goddamn thing. They're not saying how you doing or anything. It's like I just get rung up and then I'm on out the door. I just never understood that. I guess because of what I am. I just don't know. I mean, I don't know how I really don't know sometimes how I come off to people. But I don't know. I don't understand it. But I still manage to do what I do because I can only change for God. I'm not changing for any human being out here because look, you have did your dirt, I did my dirt. hmm So how can I just be out here trying to change for you when you have no power? I don't give a fuck how much. I don't give a fuck the amount of money that you got. You still ain't got no motherfucking power. You can just only thing that you know what. The only thing that the reason why I would say the only reason why you can make some shit shake because you got the money to do it. That doesn't mean power to me in my eyes. Now to y'all, it may be, but for me, I look at it differently. Look, anybody can have enough money to make some shit shake. Doesn't mean you have the power. I'm just saying. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. It's just always been feeling like the oddball, which is why I don't really too much. I don't really associate myself with people like that because they kind of rub me a little bit the wrong way, and they have questions that I feel like it's inappropriate to ask me because we all should have respect for each other. But unfortunately, you have individuals out here that love to be disrespectful and ask questions that they know not to ask. hmm and you know what? That's also another thing that I have to deal with. People ask me when I'm going to have kids. Well, hell, when are you going to have some more kids? When are you going to? Don't worry about when I'm going to have some kids. When are you going to have some kids? What if I didn't want any kids? You know, what if I did not want to? What if I did not want a child? Even I want a little mini me, a little son or two. But if it's a daughter, I take her too. But I do want a son one of these days. But what if I didn't want any kids? And you all up in my business, in my sack, in my scrotum sack. Like, damn. Uh, I'm just saying. Can you mind your business? Because I'm not asking you. Oh, when the last time you bled out? Or when the last time you masturbated? Or when the last time you've been out there on the scroll trying to get some DICK? I don't. That's because you know why? It ain't my business. It is not my business to know all that. I stay to myself. But unfortunately, folks like to be in my business for some unknown reason. I used to get so tired of that. You know, I haven't been questioned probably mm, in a few months by some individuals, but it has happened and it really has gotten on my nerve because people just want to get in my business. Don't worry about when I'm gonna have somebody around me. And I'm gonna say this too. Getting into, even though I'm a single man and I'm kind of happy at times being single because I don't have to deal with people who mess. You know, um, I'm a single man. I'm glad that I'm not desperate to find love. I'm learning. Well, I'm not learning. I already know how to love me, like I've been loving me. You know, and I was listening to a video the other day. It was like being single is okay because you get more in tune with yourself and you get in tune with God more. And that's what I'm working on now. Getting more in tune with God. hmm So when it's time for me to get to a person, we can be equally yoked. hmm And I can, maybe help them with some things that they may be lacking in, and they can help me with some things that I may be lacking in. You know what I'm saying? And we can come together as one and get married. That's kind of like my ideal relationship. For me, if that ever happens, you know, that ever happens, I would love that to happen, but I'm not gonna rush it. You know, I'm not gonna rush it. But I just wish sometimes certain individuals would just mind their business and don't worry about me. Because people are always asking me, "Am I okay?" Like I'm just walking around here sad or something, and I'm not. I don't know. I think I may look like I've been crying, I'm moping, but I don't even. I'm not a look. Even though I may have been born in July, I'm not a weeper. Okay, I'm not a weeper. That's the last thing, but that's me. I'm not a weeper. Mm-mm. It takes a lot for me to really to break down and just start crying. I only cry about things that I care about. Things that I don't care about, I don't cry about. Am I supposed to be crying about somebody talking about me, saying some ill, really saying some ill, demonic, dark things about me? No. I rebuke those in the name of Jesus. I don't. That don't hit. That don't. It don't hit. It don't hit. It ain't hitting over here. You got to come a little harder than that. It ain't hitting over here. Words are just words. Because at the end of the day, you can drop like I can drop at a drop of a dime. So why would I be over here upset about what you are saying about me? Mm-mm. Mama didn't raise me like that. I have always been I'm not a tough cookie, but I have always been one of the ones that can accept the judgment, that can accept the insults. You know, I can accept the pain. I can accept the traumas. I'm not harping on what has happened to me when I was in young when I was younger. I to move past it. Some folks ain't strong. It's not that strong like me. I don't went through some things like everybody else has, but I don't let those things keep me down. You got to keep on moving and fighting and keep on living. I mean, you think the world is gonna stop because of what happened to you? No, and ain't nobody gonna be out here feeling sorry for no grown person. Some may, but not all. Not all. If I tell you the amount of days that you know, I used to have to walk and walk because I don't drive. But I used to have to walk a lot of places by myself. And there was a time where people would try to offer me a ride, but those were the wrong people because they had other intentions. But there were times somebody was like, oh, man, somebody offered me a ride, but nobody offered me a ride. I have to, use these two legs that God gave me and get to point A to point B so I can handle my business. And I'm glad I did that, you know. But in the future, hopefully, I will learn how to drive. Well, I'm not doing a little something with the combined wheel, but I still have a fear of driving. I do, I really do. But yeah. But what else did I come on here? Oh, now, mm, when it comes to that whole, I want to change topics. Now, when it comes to the whole TDJ, I'm gonna say, I want to be careful. TD and a J, miss. Honestly, you guys, I'm really not concerned about that stuff. Even though I know it happens in the church, and honestly, there's a lot of homosexuals in the church too. I know a few. Uh-huh. But I don't. I have never been groomed by a grown man. When I was younger, I'd never been groomed by a grown man. And if anything, if something like that was to happen, I knew who to tell and talk and go to. I'm glad honestly, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that because mm that would make me not even well. That would make me have questions like about people that's in the church, even though I don't really. I'm not that concerned about people that's in the church because I'm only concerned about me and my family and my close friends and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm not concerned about strangers like that. I'm not. Mm-mm. Especially if I don't really know you like that, you know. But I don't really, I don't really believe that stuff about TD. Um, but if it is true, allegedly, the Lord will handle that. I'm not gonna lie. When you see some of these people that's so religious, and you see they have health issues, and they start going through this and going through that, it's something I believe that they are not doing right in the right. And what really I would say, how can I word it? I think it's something that they're doing that's not right, but they also want to speak the word that is right. So that's kind of like a conflict of interest. You being a hypocrite because you're dipping and dabbing in sin, but at the same time you're trying to be so for you're trying to be so head on of preaching the word of God, and you're doing that, and you're still doing the two. You're trying to mix the two. Well, I would say you're trying to mix the two. Mm, yeah, I can see why sometimes people have to go through certain things like that. When it comes to a bishop, I mean, when it comes to the first lady or the preacher, the bishop. I'm just saying. Oh, you gotta watch out for those those deacons. Those deacons too. I watch out for those, but I don't know. I just really feel like if people are gonna make accusations like that, at least have some proof out there and put it on the table. Just don't have people wondering. You know, just don't have people wondering. Because now people are putting names on different individuals. Which is kind of a little crazy, but honestly, I really don't really care about it because honestly, it's kind of sick. It's sick, and it's sad. Because I have heard of these. I mean, I have heard stories about the church that I go to, where stuff like that has happened. You know, it's kind of sad, but they will be dealt with in due time by the Lord, whether it's here on earth or up in heaven. On to the next topic before I get up and off here. Mm. So I was just thinking, oh, on my nose. Oh, hold on, you guys, because I had to get some water. I had to get some water. Hold on. Okay, so I was just thinking about something, and it's walking into the new year. Walking into the new year, you know, and remembering. I was having some. I guess I was just having a moment where I was remembering all the bad things that I went through with individuals, and how I kind of don't want those things to happen in the next year. And I'm learning to let go and let God. I don't want to have any, ill feelings towards the people that I have met because they really have hurt my feelings. I ain't gonna lie to you, they really have hurt my feelings, you know, because I never did anything to them. I always give people respect, you know. I'm not the one to try to start fights and confrontations and stuff like that, get all in your face and stuff like that, make threats to you. I'm the one that usually let you talk and walk, and I walk away. But I want to just walk into a year of not having any of that negative spirit on that negativity and that spirit that negative spirit on me, and just let people go in peace. And I'm happy that I am I'm starting early because it shouldn't take a year. Well, it shouldn't take a new year to want to start doing something new. You can do it today, and I'm releasing a lot of that energy that people have came into my life and that has put onto me, away from me, and out of me. And I'm so glad because there were some days where it was not so good for me. There were some days where I was mad and angry, and I wanted bad things to happen to these individuals, And I had to do some repenting because I didn't really want things to. Honestly, I didn't really want bad things to happen to these people. I was just angry at the fact that they was coming at me in certain ways, and I'm out, and I'm still asking God to help me with that. Please, I have to sometimes just ask Him to take those thoughts away from me because it's evilness. It's evilness. It's nothing but the devil trying to get in my head. You know, and I don't want that to be turning around on me because it's not good. I am so tired of them texting me. Ugh, and it's not right. It's not right because at the same time, when you spit out hatred, it can come back to you. And I just want this. I just want to leave this. I want to leave all this negative stuff behind. Personally, the people that I've hurt. Well, the people that have hurt me, and mentally, not physically, but mentally, because sometimes even though I can accept the words or really the insults that people want to try to put into words to really try to hurt me, it sticks with me sometimes. It's like, wow, I can't believe you really said that to me. You know, it sticks to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I may not want to hear it, but I don't let that stuff affect me to the point where I'm moping. But it just really comes. Sometimes it can really fuck me up on the inside. Like, damn, why would you say that to me when I have not even said anything negative towards you? I give people the respect. Honestly I do. You know, I can be kind of mean at times, but that's not really my character. I'm very very fair, but sometimes people see through that and they try to have power over that, or try to take advantage over that. I put it like that, and I don't like that, because I'm not someone that you can't control. I refuse to be with somebody that is trying to control me. I done been around people that have had money, the house, the cars, you know, the luxury stuff that you probably would you can only just dream of. I done been around that, but but it also was a price to that. It was a price to that, and I had to get away from around that because I didn't want to pay that price. Someone young may really fall into that trap when you meet certain people that have money, but when you have common sense, And when you know that, you shouldn't be in a situation, you need to get up on out of here, you gotta go. Because if not, you're setting yourself up for self-destruction, you know. And also, I'm gonna say this: you'll be the cause of your own demise if you dibble and dab with someone that may try to have the upper hand while trying to be with you. It's the truth. It's the truth. And I'm only saying this because I have went through that before, and I had to get out of that because that was a dangerous game that I experimented with. I don't do it anymore now. Well, I don't be around those type of people now. I don't care what you have or how it's looking. It ain't mine. That's your stuff, not mine. I'm not bragging on it. I'm not. Look, I can't brag off of other people's achievements and accomplishments. I can't do that. That's not mine. Mm-mm. If any damn thing, show me how to get there. Okay, I'm just saying, show me how to get there so I can be, hey, like you. Well, not like you, but on that level, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's all I had to say, you guys. I'm gonna get up on off here because I know I can just go on and on and on like I normally would do, but I'm not. I'm not. So you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Um, and I was maybe talk. I may come back and talk with you guys later on. Not tonight. Well, not today, but later on in the week, or later on in the, whatever, in a few days, whatever. But y'all be blessed. I'm out. Peace.